My name is Valerie Wilson, and I created Valerie Wilson Travel 43 years ago. I'm proud to be part of the luxury travel industry, and even though I've turned 82 years old, I'm still working and still loving every minute of it. And of course, I would not be here without Virtuoso.
As a young woman, Valerie Wilson gained recognition in the fashion industry as a model and designer.
I was hired at a very young age to start the women's division of Gant shirts, so women wear button-down collar shirts, because I started that in 1962 or something. And 2 years later, I was hired away by another men's sportswear company, Baltimore Trouser. And I said, I don't want to just design slacks for women to wear. First of all, a woman does not wear trousers. That's a man's word, slacks or pants. And they said, well, what would you do? And I said, well, I designed the first pantsuit for women to wear to lunch or dinner in 1964. I just remember that I helped create that, and that women are not afraid to wear a pantsuit or pants. I was part of that generation of making the changes so that women would not be considered just housewives or their grandmother's grandmother.
Wilson's professional career was put on hold when she married and had 2 daughters. When the family moved to London for her husband's work, she needed a way to make a difference.
I didn't want to be called just a working wife, so I helped start the first International Junior League, wrote my first book as a fundraiser for women.
While based in London, she explored Europe, sharing her adventures with friends in her annual Christmas letters. Her stories were so compelling that her friends wanted the same experience.
And then they would say, well, I want you to book it. And I said, but I'm not a travel agent. You can just call your travel agent and say this, this, and this. And after I got it, so many questions and so many comments about it, I decided to start my own little agency with 2 people and me.
Her Christmas letter list became her initial client list, and in 1981, Valerie Wilson Travel opened in New York City, becoming one of the world's first agencies to specialize in luxury travel. Valerie applied multiple times for membership in the prestigious Virtuoso Travel Network before a chance meeting with the Virtuoso CEO changed the trajectory of her business and the industry.
I am very fortunate that I was sitting at a Ritz-Carlton board meeting in Amelia Island with Matthew Upchurch, and he said, why aren't you Virtuoso? And I said, if you are going to guarantee me membership, I will do another application. But I'd done 5 before, so I was really going to ask for a guarantee. And it's been one of the greatest achievements of my life, because I think Matthew and I have helped elevate travel to a level that it's not just taking a trip.
Today, Valerie Wilson Travel is one of the largest travel consulting firms in the United States, with 12 offices nationwide, the go-to agency for sophisticated leisure and corporate travelers seeking one-of-a-kind experiences. What are they looking for?
Everything. They want perfection. They want a knowledgeable advisor. They want to make sure that they're going to be with like-minded people and enjoy the experience, whether it's a resort or a city trip. And since I'm a perfectionist, I don't mind doing it.
While building her business, she's taken great pride in helping others build theirs, especially young women.
I love mentoring people. We tend to think that women do a more detailed job and that are more open to ideas. And I certainly have seen that throughout the years that I've been in business. I think most women are not afraid to make a mistake.
She's such an icon in the industry. Valerie's just so knowledgeable. I've been able to learn from her the way she interacts with suppliers, how she's respected. Everyone wants a photo with her. She's just a legend in the industry.
I'm proud of it, obviously. I don't think of myself in those terms. I never think of myself as a leader or an innovator. I think of myself as a hardworking, courageous woman who is not afraid to explore or do something different. I am probably too opinionated, but it doesn't bother me or worry me. And if somebody doesn't like what I've said, it will not harm the relationship, because we should all be able to be honest with each other and explore ideas, etc. What I think is so important is a relationship of true honesty, where you're not going to lie about something that happened here or there, or tell a story that was not true.
From her Christmas letters long ago to her meetings worldwide with colleagues, suppliers, and clients, story has remained a foundational element in the success of Valerie Wilson Travel.
I think storytelling is such an important part of travel. There would not be the industry if we didn't have tell stories.
Wilson has learned the life-enriching benefits of exploring outside of her comfort zone. So how does she encourage clients to do the same?
Telling them the story. Telling them about my first trip to Egypt, or my first trip to India, or going to countries that didn't speak English. And I think that that's what an explorer is all about. So I do think of travel professionals as being explorers.
And what does she say to older clients who are hesitant to explore?
I'll just tell them my age. I said, I'm 82 years old and I travel still every 6 weeks. To me, travel is better than reading a book. It will give you the history, the culture, the food, all the aspects of whatever you want to do with your life. And I feel very blessed to have been in this industry and helped create it.
Guided by a pioneering spirit, a commitment to excellence, and a passion for exploration, Valerie Wilson Travel has been a trailblazing presence for more than 4 decades, helping define and transform luxury travel.
I'm optimistic about my future, I'm optimistic about our industry, and I'm certainly optimistic about people. We never know when our time is going to come. I had a massive heart attack when I was 59 years of age, and triple bypass and all of that. I took less than a month off and I was back in my office. I've always said I'm going to die at my desk, so I love to explore.